Okay, so Bitcoin yesterday got a weighty dismissal towards drawback plan straightforwardly into our help region. However, in this video we will be discussing a fresh out of the plastic new example that is correct now creating on the Bitcoin graph. What's more, in addition, we want to investigate the dollar money record, which is right now bobbing precisely at a vital help region. Be that as it may, above all else, what you will see, it truly seems to be the Bitcoin yesterday was getting through its past high at 17,300 US arms region. However, for what reason did we get a dismissal towards disadvantage? It truly appears as though we got some retention happening precisely at our degree of opposition. Presently let me go on the 15-moment time period where we will see. Recently, precisely, the high Bitcoin began framing a marginally lower high rate here, yet it seems to be that on the CV marker. We were basically framing the specific high. So what's the significance here? We are as yet seeing purchasing pressure coming into the market. Open interest going increasingly elevated, pristine long positions opening at this area. However, it seems to be individuals that were yearning here were basic, not ready to push the cost higher. Greater player was engrossing the purchasing pressure. Straight edge disparity was shaped on the CVD marker, negative sign, and really at that time thus, we got a push towards drawback straightforwardly towards our vital help level of roughly 3.3%. Presently, what you will check whether we truly do go right now with our vital volume marker on the 1 hour time period, it truly seems to be that. Indeed, we have to push towards the inverse with an extremely slight volume increment here. Notwithstanding, a push towards drawback most certainly occurred on higher volume, and we can compose a say volume got expanded on a push towards disadvantage after that. Bitcoin certainly hit our help region here, and the present moment we are likewise seeing some sort of a retest of another everyday hand term time period level outcomes here. That was really affirmed yesterday, yet the thing you're correct now going to see on the 30-moment time period on the CVD pointer. It truly seems to be that for the recent hours. Our CVD pointer has really been going endlessly lower, yet the piece include is right now truly framing a higher low here of some sort. So what's the significance here? It seems as though that individuals are shorting in a real sense precisely at this particular help region here, yet the piece contained is basically not exactly following, and not exactly seeing a push towards drawback. So what makes it happen? Greater player retaining the selling pressure coming right now on the lookout. What's more, that is correct now the motivation behind why we are framing a bullish uniqueness right now, at roughly 17,000 US dollars region. What's more, since right now we are shaping this bullish difference, as I would like to think, we might actually be searching for in any event some sort of a pivot, some sort of a push towards the potential gain on the piece contain. Furthermore, let me right presently zoom out a tad since I might want to show design that could be framed in the event that Bitcoin really sees a push towards the contrary here. We can truly distinguish some sort of a left shoulder here that was truly shaped on 1st of December, here yesterday. With a push towards the potential gain. It could really be the head here. Furthermore, in the event that Bitcoin right currently sees a push towards the potential gain due to our bullish redirections that is correct not being shaped, it could basically right shoulder being shaped and Bitcoin could be putting in framing some sort of a head and shoulders design. Yet, recall here, regardless of whether our head and shoulders design will be shaped and Bitcoin this year at the present time, it pushed towards the potential gain. I'm certainly not hoping to fire a pristine short situation on the break of our HO design, at roughly 16,800 US dollars region, since this level here is certainly going to be our help level, and we will be discussing this help in a second. However, assuming we right presently say that Bitcoin can see a push towards the potential gain, what is a vital degree of opposition we ought to know about? Presently, first thing we can really do, estimating the whole upper cost segment with our volume, you will see that our worth region, high volume level of obstruction for Bitcoin, will come up at around 17,100 US dollars. In any case, as I would like to think, in particular, we should know about a fresh out of the box new fair worth. Or on the other hand the unevenness that was framed yesterday, for what reason was an irregularity shaped? Since Bitcoin yesterday got an exceptionally quick and speedy push towards potential gain, and in light of the fact that right now we really do have a few lopsided characteristics, roughly 17,150 US dollars. In any case, in the event that we go right now on the 4-hour time period, you will see the whole red channel here will be an unevenness. So before we really discuss this degree of obstruction, brother, on the off chance that you haven't currently at the present time, kindly crush up the like button in light of the fact that the objective for this video isn't to arrive at 400, however truly 573 preferences. What's more, much thanks. On the off chance that you're at the present time, vary the like button so you can right currently see the Bitcoin is shaping this bull jumpers here. What's more, assuming we compose. Assuming we will be ready to see push toward the potential gain as a result of this retention happening right on the outlines, we ought to know about the degree of opposition at roughly 17,100 to roughly 17,200 US dollars on the cost. Presently, something else that we can really hear, PBO and retracement. We will go from our swing high here, back to our swing low, applying our brilliant phi match proportion on our outline. Presently, it certainly seems to be that our brilliant phi bow normal proportion is certainly at the high of this particular lopsidedness. However, in the event that, for instance, you go on the 4-hour time period, you will see that our brilliant phi bow match proportion will be in a real sense, half of the lopsidedness on the 4-hour time period. So I would agree that like that, assuming Bitcoin right presently begins moving towards the potential gain, we are most certainly mindful of the main degree of obstruction, which will be our worth region high at $17,120. Be that as it may, ideally, I might likewise want to see a width towards the potential gain, essentially to our brilliant individual's regular proportion, where we additionally have the half of our fair worth hull on the 4-hour time period, and possibly then as reference. We could begin shaping a top of some sort and Scholl's design on the Bitcoin graph, yet here might, if it's not too much trouble, give extremely close consideration. Assuming we compose on, do see a push toward the potential gain, individuals will be mindful that this could really be a head and shoulders example of some sort or another. Furthermore, in the event that we really do see a dismissal towards potential gain, learn to expect the unexpected. Individuals will be negative at this particular help region, which as I would see it, it's a vital level where certainly we are not intrigued going with any short or sell situations on the Bitcoin graph. Presently, for what reason is this level such a significant level? What, first of all, you will see, since yesterday was Monday. We got shiny new week after week turn focuses, and you can really see our fresh out of the plastic new week after week turn for Bitcoin is truly going to be precisely at our past lows, $16,800 on the Bitcoin diagram. So you can plainly see we truly do have our past lows here for liquidity purposes. We likewise have right now our week after week turn precisely on here. So it truly doesn't check out for us to be searching with you a vital level that should be broken towards disadvantage, in the event that we might really want to be somewhat more negative. Likewise on the S&P 500, interfacing our more promising low points with an exceptionally decent corner-to-corner level of help. What is that going to mean if, for instance, our S&P 500 outline will get through an inclining level of help towards drawback? As I would see it, it is certainly going to be bear sign for the financial exchange, obviously likewise for the piece contain. Furthermore, in addition, if, for instance, our corner-to-corner here will see break towards outside, we could be focusing on our past thought here, which is going to. Assuming right now we additionally begin going underneath our past lows, our market structure on the financial exchange is likewise going to be changed in light of the fact that we have been shaping better upsides, and furthermore, more promising low points on the off chance that we do the push towards disadvantage market structure. Interestingly, since I would agree that roughly 3,500 focuses here will be broken, and we will begin framing negative market structure, which is obviously going to be negative sign for the securities exchange. Furthermore, obviously, for the com cost. Yet, as referenced this moment, we are possibly right on focusing on some sort of a push towards the potential gain that could be framed on Bitcoin, in view of a crazy bull rendition shaping on the CV marker. Presently our exceptionally straightforward nullification level where possibly we will be off base on our thought in the event that Bitcoin is really going to move higher.